Come on back, G. Come on back. Trying to get you in, and this sucker was doing all this other nonsense. And here go this guy. Stop you sending me all that YouTube stuff. All that stuff. Get my man G in here. Oh, there go John Fisher. All right. There go my man John. I know you don't want to come in here, John. This is a little hot. All right. This is a little hot. Granger, come on back, man. Come on back. Let me add him. All right, bro. All right. You know I'm about to go in, big bro. You know I'm about to go in, John. You know I'm about to go in. And that. I don't know. Granger, when you get in, get back in. All right, we'll move forward. Moving forward. We ain't going to delay this. All right. Basically what I said is the appointing officer is the president of the corporation, the senior vice president for the networks and for the health and healthcare facilities administration or administrators, right? And then it says I'm expanding, for the central office and the senior vice president responsible for personnel and labor relations, or those to whom they have delegated the powers to appoint employees, may also be referred to as appointing authorities. Okay, you understand that, right? So we're gonna go and move forward. This is all basically in rules number 1, and then we go again right here where it says the senior vice president of the corporation's officer delegated by the president to be responsible for the personnel and labor relations functions. Get that? They're the person that's supposed to be responsible for these functions. Now, in reference to that, I'm gonna go here and show you where it's at. We're under the responsibilities. Okay, I'm trying to get to it right here. Where's okay? I don't have it right here, but I'm gonna go back here, and it just says the responsibilities of Commodore. Okay. You need to jump back in, baby. Jump back in. Come on back on the page. Jump back in. All right. I don't see you. Come on back in. So it's basically saying that we're gonna go to what you would call Mayor Executive Order number 16. Okay, and that's right here. It's right there. It's right there. This is all you can PDF. And it says, Section 3, responsibilities of the Inspector General. Okay? All agencies shall have an Inspector General who shall report directly to the respective agency head and to the commissioner, and be responsible for maintaining standards of conduct, and may be established in such agency under this order. The Inspector General, where is that at? Oh, the Inspector General shall be responsible for the investigation and elimination of corrupt or other criminal activities, conflicts of interest, unethical conduct, misconduct, and incompetency within their respective agencies. And it says, except to the extent otherwise provided by law, the employment or continued employment of all existing and prospective inspector generals and members of their staff shall be subject to complete background investigation and approved by the Department of Investigations. Yada, yada, yada. So basically what we're saying is that I'm going at it when the probationary employee, which is at the time was the assistant deputy director, who later on was made director, when he used his vehicle in a threatening manner towards 3 employees while on probation. So he was hired like in April 21st, 2008. So by July 17th, he's still on probation. The probation is 1 whole year. That's when he used his vehicle in a threatening manner. Yeah, Mr. Granger, what's up? You're commenting, but I don't see you in there. Come on in. Pacheco, what's up, brother? What's up? What's up? So that's when he basically violated his corporate compliance policy. And in the corporate compliance policy, which is right here, right, we're going to go to, which is 5.2.3. And in 5.2.3, I ain't down. 5.2.3, probationary employees are subject to immediate dismissal in the whole 9 yards if they violated the corporate compliance policy by an act of gross misconduct. Okay, the probationary employee did use his vehicle in threatening manner towards 3 employees. And using your vehicle in a threatening manner what constitutes a violation of Vehicle Traffic Law 1212, which is reckless driving, which is gross misconduct. The mere fact that you did that also constitutes violation of Penal Law 12020, reckless endangerment. You're using a motor vehicle, putting somebody in fear. Now, in my situation, you came there, you sat there and waited for me. That would be 120, 45 minutes, and then to basically intimidate somebody with it would be 120.15, which is no, let's get this right. 120.15 would be basically menacing. It's like, I'm scared. And 120.45 would be stalking. In that. Okay. The menacing would constitute imminent danger. You put in a person in imminent danger, like, I'm going to hit you. All right. The mere fact of him coming up there blocking and I ain't letting you out would constitutes 135.60. Why? Off the clock. He's coming on the clock. He's now using his powers. So when you go to 135.60, that'll be under threat and coercion, which is a violation of the corporate compliance policy. And under threat and coercion, you will roll down to Granger, stop calling, man. What are you doing? Yo, what are you doing? You missed the call, a video? No, man. You got to jack in on this one, man. Come to this live and jack in. If not, I'm gonna add you in again, man. I'm gonna add you in again. All right, I'm trying to add you in. My man is like, yo, let me in. Add a viewer, yes, to your broadcast, yes. We're gonna look for him. Go back. We're gonna look for you, man. I'm trying to get you in. Boom. Okay. You've been invited. It should be coming up. All right. It should be coming up. All right, dude. He called on the regular line interfering. But as I was saying, like I said, it was 135.60, which is the on the threat and coercion, which is act of intimidation. And you're not supposed to do this. This is, you can find out in your own, as your employer, go to your employer's corporate compliance policy. You will see there it has an act against intimidation and retaliation. So they can't intimidate and then you telling them and then they retaliate. That's what happened. Where the individual took and retaliated and brought up fake time and attendance charges that he caused. Meaning, I don't want him parking here. This is a signed contract. This is a signed contract agreement. So you're going to breach this contract. This is a probationary person who's breaching this contract and management let it rock. I'm going to show you how this goes all the way up to the senior vice president. because the senior vice president was covering that facility. They was the ED of that facility. So, what it all boils down is they didn't act properly as far as following due process. They let him run and let management run, where they all they were scared. I can understand why they were scared, because the simple fact that when you file this complaint, such as I did with the EEO has to tell the facility's corporate compliance officer. Once he tells the corporate compliance officer for the facility corporate compliance officer has to contact DOI, which is Department of Investigations. DOI investigations on organizations, they now got to conduct an investigation. But the key thing is they have to report back to that very same person who is in charge of labor relations and human resources, which, in those functions, which is the senior vice president who was covering that facility. So say let's just say it was me. I'm the senior vice president of the organization, and I'm covering Red Hook. I'm covering Red Hook. And an employee does something, one of my supervisors, well, not my supervisor, I'm just going to say my directors, does something to one of the employees. The employee follow policies and procedures and files a complaint. Now the complaint goes to EEO. The EEO tells the corporate compliance officer, and the corporate compliance officer gets DOI involved, who literally just dropped the ball, period. So DOI is not going to do the part, because they probably did and then contacted me, and I'm like, no, don't do nothing. Let it drop. It's not a problem. Once it's filed on the record, it's not a problem. So, the key thing with that is that all of those people that you got involved with that fraudulent act, which brings about a crime of omission, all of those that you put into that are now subject to obstruction of governmental administration, which is 195.05. If they filled out any document, if it was a punishable instrument, we're now up to 210.45. Or for an instrument for filing on the record, a punishable instrument for filing on the record with false written statement, which is a class A misdemeanor. Now, did you file it on the record? Yes, I did. Okay, now filing that instrument on the record in the whole 9 yards. All right, there go my little cousin. What up, D? What up, D? How you doing, baby? Keep up the music. Keep up with the music. Now, filing that instrument on the record would constitute 175.30 off an instrument filing on the record with false written statement. So that's be up to 3 of them right there, right? Now, it also would constitute, because you filed it on the record and it's going to another entity, such as you're going to 40 Rector and so on and so forth, it's going to different city agencies. It's now also constitutes a violation of 19500, because 19500 is usually like employees in that. What's up, D? What's up now? It's also going to 19500. It goes to 195.20, which is basically, I think it's defrauding the government in the whole 9 yards. Because you got 195.20, and then you got hey Becky Floyd, you know who you are. What's up, mama? Then you got 496.02, which is corrupting the government. So when you go to 496.02, corrupting government, that's a felony. So I believe 195.02, I think it's a felony also. Then you got to act in the fact that they are public servants. So when they public servants, you're going to add in also, which is 19500, which is misconduct. So you got all of these people involved, and they're like, well, what really happened? Like, you got to understand, to go to court, this is why they go to kangaroo court, which is 40 Rector, which is lovely. See, because they, like I said, put down the bottle, and I picked up the book. The book is now this. A cell phone. You could download and PDF everything. Everything. PDF it, boom. All right, let's take it to the head right there. And then sit back, and you got the time, read it over and over and over until you get an understanding of it. They act like it was really hard. It's not really hard. One, it was a law enforcement officer. I was an arresting officer. A law enforcement officer for so while. So, for a good period of years. Okay, now, how long it takes to be a lawyer? 3 years? How fast you think I could get this? What's up, mama? How you doing? How you doing? How fast do you think I could do this? It ain't really hard. Not when you're doing it every day. Every day. You got a number of people and they say, yo, don't do it. Let it go. Let it go. So, let's go there. How many people have been fired behind this? Let's look at the fact that the probationary hospital police director. Was that 2016? They let him go. Gotta go. Beat it. Him and the assistant director. Gotta go. Labor relations, who cut out and went to another facility, gotta go. They're gone. Okay? For their deceptive practices. And see, the key thing about this is what people don't understand. They're like, yo, well, once you get a lawyer and do this, everybody want money, mad money to get this in the whole 9 yards. And the system don't want to do nothing, but yet it's still open. Well, what do you mean by it's still open? The mere fact of depriving me of a right or privilege, because I paid for that parking, and you deprive me of my right, that will fall under U.S. Code 42, the deprivation of a right or privilege. As an employee, I paid for that privilege to be there. Now, we're going to go further. Since you did it in a retaliation way, we're going to go up to U.S. Code 42, and then we're going to go to subsection 12203, wherein you allow him to make up these bogus charges on time and attendance that he caused. You could get there on time. We're not letting you in. Go park on the street. On the street, I pay for parking. Go park on the street. Now, you caused this, right? In your retaliation, right? That's also a federal deal right there that you're in violation of. You got to get these people on their actions. You can't go toe-to-toe talk about, yo, son, I'm going to do this. No. What did you do? Okay, all right. Now, the key thing is, if they violated their corporate compliance policy, there's a good, strong chance that they violated a business law, state penal law. It could be a health law. Had a situation with an individual at another facility. He's buddies with this fool. He told the detective, yo, take your wife and go to see that doctor. Are you a doctor? No. So what are you doing telling him to do that? You have no right to do that. Stay in your lane. You're acting like you got all the juice. Let me tell you how deep this go. If it was real strong, why did they change the position from also signed the agreement? Why did they change the... What up, Taylor? What's happening, brother? Why did they change the position from hospital police director to chief? This dude was a monster, and he thought, he bragged about it. Like, you go there. The chest master sergeant. Duke went in, was talking all of this trash to the chest master sergeant. Chest master sergeant used to work with bedtimes. Then he hollered at bedtimes. What up, cuz? How you doing? He hollered at bedtimes, and I'm sitting right on the side of bedtimes. We rock. We in the car. I'm sitting right there on the side of him. And he's like, yo, check this out. This dude be saying this, and that. And he keeps asking about Tick. And then ask him, did I know Tick? I said, tell that motherfucker you don't know. Because we told him when you get there, this dude's a loon. And he's going to mess up. So you got to watch your back. You know what I'm saying? You got to watch your back. So it's unfair that people will come there to work and they're trying to get the position. You know what I'm saying? Because you're on probation for a year. But you got a monster like this saying, if you don't do what I say, then I'm going to bump you out. That's not fair. Then you got administration who's running behind them, who's breaching their contract. And then you allowing these people to basically, I'm just going to resign. Nah. How many times have you done this? How many times you have done this? You did it more than enough, then charges need to be filed. You got all these other people in the whole 9 yards. You causing, this is what he says, cumulative effects. You did 50 people. All right, he did more than 50, but you did 50 people. Yeah. If each one of them had a family of 4 people in their family, you are now up to 200 people being affected by this idiot. Yeah, this is what's going down. So you got these people saying, yo, man, just let it go. Let it go for what? I had certain people, senior officers too. Yo, why don't you just let that go? Let it go for what? Would you trade places with me? All you did was show up to work. That was it. And this motherfucker gonna take a car and accelerate the car like I'm gonna smash you. Yo, he had a brother shook. I ain't gonna lie. He had a brother shook. But he skidded and stopped right at my truck. And I was ready to get out and just come over. There was something just said, don't move. It's like my mom's. I'm like, don't move. Wow, you in 2 cameras. I always say that. Why? Because the cameras are digital. It's digital. It's a file. And there's an outside server. So investigations can always go to that and see it. But see, you got to understand, when the stuff started getting really ugly, the cat from investigations in 2015, when the pressure got put on him, I'm retiring. There's no retirement. No. You breached your contract. You breached your duty. No. Anyone who breached your duty, you breached your contract by a crime of omission, shouldn't get none. The mayor and them need to stop playing games. They need to stop playing games in the whole 9 yards. You got these people out here causing havoc, causing people problems in the whole 9 yards, and then you got a system of people that's not doing what they're supposed to do. According to, why would we sign a contract if you're not going to do what you're supposed to do? Tell me that. I set up. Look at the list. Also, the signed contract agreement. It's all under the signed contract agreement. Once you get the job, it's under the signed contract agreement. It's the same thing with old girl wrote up the statement. Anything you write or sign is a contract. Anything you write or sign is a contract. So when she wrote it up and said, oh, I gave him an order. You gave me an order. You were so wound up into your emotions, you wasn't thinking like, I got to think this way because I'm at work. But you was caught up in your emotions. Yeah. I told him at 11:45. Chill. Once the agreement's coordinated, gave me the document, which is a contract, it says 11:45. Yeah, but you acting like you don't care. I really don't. Why? 11:45, I'm not on the clock. 11:45, you got to put me on the clock. I did. I put him on the clock. In your patrol guide, it says that you have to send the patrol vehicle to pick up the officers for official transport. Did you send that? No, you didn't. So, when did the act of insubordination kick in? Oh, well, you still drove there? Yeah, I drove there. Under threat and coercion. See, because you gave me that order while I was off the clock, right? Yeah, that would bring up 135.60. Under intimidation and coercion. Yeah. Notice why you jumped out. All of y'all, when y'all was messing with your jumping, this goes, like I said, goes up so ugly. So when they was like, oh, you terminated. Not a problem. It's already on the record. I'm going to weather the storm. And I came back strong. Catching your all in all of your shit. Excuse the language, but caught your all. The assistant, let me say it right, the senior vice president, she was there from 2006 to November 2010. Peep the dates. The human resource director was there from whatever to 2010. November 2010. So both of them broke out and went to a facility in the Bronx. Frankie Bedtimes, what's up, Sarge? How you doing, baby? They both went to a facility in the Bronx. Lincoln. And after they was there, the EEO, who was also in bed with them, they had to come up like 5 to 6 months later. Now, mind you, when it got funky, because it's a senior vice president, the senior vice president took the facility, human resource director, and made her the human resource director of Lincoln. Then gave her another parachute and moved her down, and now she's the human resources of health and hospitals, period. But the EEO, she gave her a parachute and put her in a position as the human resource director of Lincoln. See all these parachutes? I'm going to hook you up to parachutes before you go. It doesn't matter. It's time for you to go. Based on the fact of the fact that you've known or reason to believe have known. I do believe the vice president put out, what up, Green? What's up, Sarge? How you doing? I do believe the vice president put out a memorandum that said, based on the fact, and this is the sweetness, it was written on Malcolm X's birthday, May 19th. That's another famous day for, and I'm not going to say. But yet still, it was issued the week of my birthday. Figured it out. Blessings, blessings, brother, blessings. On the square, on the square. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Figure that out. Figure that out. These heads got to roll, you know what I'm saying? You can't be having these type of people in these positions and destroying people's lives and just, I just did it and I'm going to get away with it. Really? Really? I need to be in service again. I'll snatch you all up and put charges on you. That's right, brother. On the square. On the square. That's right. And put you and put it on you. Hey Nina, how you doing, mama? Michael Cole, senior officer. What's up, brother? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, I'm airing it out right now. I know y'all like, damn, you just like really airing it out. This is something that needs to be done and is mandatory to be done to get rid of that corruption in the whole 9 yards. You got these people that's coming in and they get in these positions, don't really know our job in the whole 9 yards. Well, I came from here, I came from there. And then they just like throw you aside like you ain't shit. Excuse my language. Hi, mama, how you doing? All right. How you doing, Nina? But I'm gonna go there. Like you got to think about this. Let's go deep. Let's think about your union. This is what hurts really bad. The union president is a special officer from Woodhull. Level 2. Supervisor. Level 2. From Woodhull. Yeah. Hit that, baby. Hit that. Now, let's look at the magic. He's down at the union. He's level 2, captain's level. He's from Woodhull. Who was in charge of Woodhull? The senior vice president. So what do you think she said? Let this drop. This is the corruption right there. Let this drop. Nobody do what they supposed to do. Not a problem. It's documented. It's on the record. All right. What's up, Daph? How you doing, mama? How you doing, Daph? You know what I'm saying? It's documented. It's on the record. So once it's on the record and it's been filed on the record, this is something that you got to go by. This is something you got to deal with. Oh, I don't got to do nothing. You sure enough don't got to do nothing. Like I always say, how's your check cashing? I like the way that news reporter said, how's your check cashing? Is it cashing on time? Better handle your business. Instead of letting people drop in the whole 9 yards. Putting people in positions, causing them havoc in the whole 9 yards. You know what I'm saying? Making their family suffer in the whole 9. You know, I dealt with this for the longest and was looking to see if they was going to do what they, was they ever going to clean it up. But they're not cleaning it up, so we got to expose all of this and that to the point where you got to force certain people out. Those who definitely get paid to do what they're supposed to do, such as, like I said, that grievance coordinator. I found out that he came from the Board of Ed. Then he comes over there and like, yo, you had to see this dude at 40 Rector, beeline to the employer's lawyer. And the key thing is he came walking in saying, yo, you got this, right? After he signed in with, he said it, and then he went and signed in, because you got to sign in on the 6th floor, I believe. And then he went to, yo, you got this. And it took the receptionist to be like, are you serious? She jumped up out of her station, out of her seat, came around to him and tapped him, excuse me, your client's over there. He's over there. Why are you over here telling them they got this? And I'm just standing there looking at him. It's not a problem. Why? Breach of contract. Those bubbles, you know how many bubbles is in there? They show you going straight up to her. It's already recorded. Now, when we get inside the court, because a court is nothing but a ship. Understand that. A court is a ship. All right? And when we get inside the court, I'll get you under your, what's that? Lawyer's Code of Professionalism and Responsibility. We're going to go to Canons 9. We could go with your integrity. We could get you on that. Because that's the start. Because you're supposed to be righteous, and you're not. You know what I'm saying? All right. What's up, Carlos? What's going on, bro? He's still there. And that. But we're going to get you on that. But on Canons 9, it says the mere appearance of an impropriety. The employers union, the employers law, improprieties. Nothing but. We could do it from the sergeant who wrote the lies. Let's talk about the sergeant who wrote the lie after the captain screamed on him. Let's back it up. At the time she screamed on him, God bless her, she was lieutenant. And she screamed on him. And he immediately turned and screamed at me. Who are you to scream at me? Don't you scream at me like that. I don't get paid for you to scream at me like that. Who the hell are you talking to? She asked you why wasn't your TC report prepared. You wasn't man enough to say, it's 7:50. I got a whole half an hour. I got a whole 40 minutes to do the TC report. No one can force you to do whatever. You get these supervisors who jump in there and they just feel like I could just come at you and bend the rules. Go ahead. You lucky I'm not still there. The minute you bend the rules and I will hang you. This is why I teach the young guys now, to get an understanding what it is to defend yourself in reference to what these people do in abuse of their powers and authority in the whole 9 yards. What's up, Wilson? How you doing? You know, if I'm wrong, man, jump in and tell me something. I need one of you officers to jump in. If you're there, jump in. Tell me something. Tell me that I'm wrong. Tell me that I'm wrong so I can shut up. I would do that part. But if I'm holding down towards the rules, regulations, and laws, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to say? I'm not going to back down off of it. I'm going to use on you what you make us use on the public. So it's good to use on the public, but it's not good to use on you. What type of deceptive practices is that? It's nothing to me, man. All I do is sit up here and study every day. In the whole 9 yards. Study the law in reference to what you did in the whole 9 yards and how to use it in a better way against you in the whole 9 yards. And it says people. There are a number of people in here that hit off, and I was telling them and explaining to them. Like one of my accessorized drivers, as they seen it. Yeah, I get the accessorized, yo. Blew the knee out in the whole 9 yards. Behind these clowns in the whole 9. Behind them. And that, there's another thing that came into play. When they breached their contract, Department of Buildings, breached their contract. How you going to write me a summons and never write a summons for him? And he's the one that's causing the injury. He caused everything. Do the little illegal parking and everything. You write me summonses that supposed to go to him, to me. I'm going to keep calling and dropping off that complaint. Put it on the record. Record that record. And just keep hitting you in the head over and over again. This is where you got to be persistent with these people. that make them change. Because the mere fact, if you don't put them under pressure in the whole 9 yards, they're going to sit there, come in and out of office and be like, whatever. Okay, you're coming into office, you're coming into office with this problem. It's something for you to do. What Granger said? All right, there. What's up, Wiz? Wisdom. What's happening, bro? What you say, Granger? No, you're not 100% right. Okay, define me. Help me out. Oh, it says, no, you're 100% right. Okay. I'm sorry. Wiz, what's up, man? Wiz, come on. Wiz, you officer. Tell me if I'm wrong. Shut me down. Where's Wick? Here's supervisor. Shut me down. I know that's the thing about these fools. You know what I'm saying, Wiz? You know, when I came into the club in the whole 9, you was there, and that they took the time, the New York Times that y'all had made, and read it. And then when I came back to work, they came and gave it to me. Like, you know, like High Rollers was really something dirty. And the whole 9, I said, if you need to know, there's a number of people that's in High Rollers are city employees. City, state, and federal employees. I said, we got a number of people in law enforcement, different entities in different cities in the whole 9 yards. And that. What are you talking about? But I had to be the bad guy. I'll be the bad guy. I can be the bad guy. Who's like trying to show up on time and do my overtime. One supervisor was hitting me, one director was hitting me with so much overtime, I bought a iPod. The 80 gig, that's when it was like $400. Took it and plugged it up to the truck. Having fun. So let's go back to this. Like I said, you know, the senior vice president is the one who took and snuffed out all of that stuff and then allowed the stuff to go on at 40 Rector. You know what I'm saying? Because they breached their contract, and then in the end, they cut out. And then it's like, you know, after reading, I'm like, hold up. The DOI is supposed to report to the senior vice president? Like, yeah, they're supposed to report to them. So she's in charge. Okay, well, not only is she in charge of Woodhull, but she's in charge of labor relations and human resources. Yeah. So she told the human resource director to sign off on that termination, which is a contract, which is in violation of all whistleblowers. Because I filed a complaint. And it says it in your corporate compliance policy, if somebody violate the corporate compliance policy, you're to file a complaint with supervision, which I did. And the two captains is like, go upstairs to labor relations, to human resources and file a complaint with the facility EEO. And I did. Did that. That would be Captain Bottoms and Captain Feliciano. They said to go do this. Okay? He did what? You go and you do this. So they covered their ass. They sent me up there firsthand. I went upstairs and filed a complaint. Now the EEO, right, found out that she's not a real certified EEO. Let's go into what she did. After I got New York State Division of Human Rights involved, right, she took and sent off a rebuttal to the state. Here's the thing. She's not authorized to send a rebuttal under Mayor Order, Executive Order 16. You can't conduct an investigation. She wrote in her rebuttal that she conducted an investigation and set up a meeting for April 6th. April 6th, you wasn't even there. Yeah, you wasn't even there. Now, the key thing about this is you set it up for April 6th. Why take you to April to set up this? And I put in a complaint in early October or early November because he kept coming. I put in another complaint. Remember the uniform, you know, the jacket, remember, you know, the fat slob? He looks like a fat slob in the uniform. Oh, wow, in the jacket? Ooh, yeah, I don't like that jacket. He gets paid. Go buy a jacket. Then you was putting certain supervisors under pressure, and the supervisor had to tell you he has a brand new jacket. What's happening now? What's happening? Who's that, Muhammad? Okay, let me see. All right, nobody up there. That's Muhammad. All right. They're like, he has a brand new jacket in the locker. How do you know? Because she went with me to get the jacket. And Officer Johnson, they went with me. Well, I bought a whole uniform. But this person was more bent on coming after me. I don't know what they put in his head. You know, but it was more, he was more on, I gotta get this dude. You have some real sight problems, dude. Some real sight problems. You know, like, it's a funny thing, you know, the average officer, when he's hired in the whole 9 yards, now they gotta go to a psych eval, and the key thing is, why wasn't you given a psych eval? Oh, I came from NYPD. What does that mean? You came from another city agency. I do believe when you was at the agency, you had to do a psych eval. Just because you came out of that agency, remember you said you retired because of 911 under post-traumatic stress disorder? Yeah. How the hell you get here? How the hell you get here? Somebody hit a button. Help me out, man. Somebody hit a button. Hit a like or something. How do you get there? How you go from one entity to the next entity if you went out of the one major law enforcement entity on post-traumatic stress disorder and you're going to come into another one? I need to know. Shoot. I'm having fun with this. I'm really having fun with this, you know what I'm saying? Because it's ongoing with these people in the whole 9 yards in reference to they, you know what, I'm just going to disrupt your life in the whole 9, kick you out, bust you down. Come on now. Let's be real. Let's be real with this situation. Like I said, they breached their contract. They signed contract agreements in the whole 9 yards in reference to their employment in the whole 9 yards. My question to the mayor is, why are they still there? Any one of them that was involved, based on the fact that your human resources director, or the head of the human resources, the senior vice president of the human resources, yeah, based on the fact that she known or reason to believe have known, why wasn't something done? I believe that's the same person who signed the termination paper. Why wasn't something done? Under Mayor Executive Order number 16, she was supposed to do something in reference to that. Am I correct? Why was something done? Why did you proceed with the illegal? Everything was illegal. The regular hearing was illegal. Derek Miles. What's up, Mr. Miles? You know about this. I done talked to you years ago about this. You know, it's just that I don't need your boy no more. Come to my page. It's hot. Yeah, I study law like that. It's hot. As far as employment law, I'm going to get you. As far as what you're supposed to do under your corporate compliance policies and that, and I'm going to keep hitting it over and over. If I got to keep exposing you in the whole 9 yards, then so be it. All victims should be doing this to you so that you will never, ever, ever do it again. Sit back and laugh. Oh, he's crazy and this and that. Until you go under the knee like, yo, man, this and that, help me out. I was crazy, remember? I was crazy. Funny how I found out how they violate their corporate compliance policies. Download it. It tells you everything. Download it. Your employment. Your employer. This tells you basically what they expect from you. And the whole 9. Then download your contract agreement, which basically says no. It tells your employer, no, this is all I have to do for you. Like I said, old girl was like, I told you at 11:45, which is 12. What is it? 20:45. It's funny how the judge and them changed it from 23:45 to 11:45. Don't change it around. This would be the administrative law judge at 40 Rector. How you gonna try to change it around? Oh, I'm putting this in there. I'm sustaining it. You are. I'm sustaining this and that. That would constitute ultra-virus, which is beyond your powers. It ain't beyond your powers. What is canons 2? You are a judge, right? What is canons 1? Let's go to canons 1. Where you're supposed to be impartial. Then let's go to canons 2. The mere appearance of an impropriety. The mere appearance of an impropriety. Look up the word impropriety and look and see what it says and what it's telling you what it is. Look it up. After you get that up in the whole 9 yards, explain it. Well, how is he doing it? Anybody can read with comprehension. Anybody can read with comprehension. Give him enough time. It's a puzzle. It's a big old puzzle sitting in front of you, and all you do is sit there daily and put the pieces in the right places. And you'll get them all. And once you get them all, now you can wipe them out. Once you start taking those heads in the whole 9 yards like they do, you know how the Muslims do, they take their head, they won't mess with you no more. I ain't messing with them. I ain't messing with them. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, let's go to the president who of the union, who is a special officer. Right? How they breached their fiduciary. Everybody breached their fiduciary in the whole 9. What's up, Frank Batiste? What's up, baby? What's up? What's happening? You know what I'm saying? Everybody breached their fiduciary. This is what you're supposed to do. What would be your fiduciary duty, your fiduciary responsibilities, your fiduciary relationship in the whole 9 yards. Everybody breached it. Like, oh, this is an idiot. He won't know. You sure about that? You sure about that? I think you better read those blogs in the whole 9 yards. Because I sure enough caught you in everything you did. Now, how many other people did you do this to? Because if you did it to me, right, you did it to others before me and after me. And the thing is, there's a number of laws that you violated. That number 1, U.S. Code 42. What's that? Under U.S. Code 42, when you deprive them of right of privilege, there is no statute of limitations. There is none. Okay? Oh, well, you have to go with the local law and the federal law. The local law and the state law. Yes, we could do that. We could do that. But let's go to the fact of how you delayed the process. State. New York State Division of Human Rights. Filed with them. Breach of contract. They took a contract from the facility's EEO, acting EEO, who's not a certified EEO. Brought that into play. Knew that it was a fraudulent act. Delayed the process 791 days. 791 days. If it was nothing there to be found, it was supposed to have been done. The first time I filed, it said 45 days. They changed it to 60 days. They were supposed to take and dismiss it within 60 days. They held on to it for 791 days. You're supposed to do this within 180 days. And you render your decision, boom, bam, and then that gives me the opportunity to go out and go to the state EEO EEO and file with them another 180 days. But you didn't do that. You held on to it. You held on it deliberately. You held on it with delibery to hold it back so you could breach the time frame. Not a problem. Not a problem. It's on your record. Please explain your record. This is when the state attorney general and the Public Integrities Bureau need to come in reference to this. You know, because when you try to file with the city's New York City Commission of Human Rights, they was like, oh, no, it's HHC, and you got to go with the state. Then you find out after this illegal act by 2012, everything changes. All those people by 2012 can have been restored. But see, you was all stuck on the who was the mayor? It was Bloomberg then. Get rid of these jobs. Get rid of these jobs. Let's get rid of these people illegally. Just get rid of them. Breaching contracts. Breaching contracts. Everything you did was illegal. Total corruption. Total corruption. This city got more corruption stuff going on. Yo. Straight up. Vote for Tim Harriott for the union president. Yeah. It would stop all of that crap real quick. I have Derek Miles. Derek, you gonna work with me, man? Set up a bubble, Derek. You gonna work with me? He probably came in and went out. But I'm serious, y'all. I'm serious. You got to look at what these people do in the whole 9 yards. I know, no, all jokes aside, you got to look at what they do in the whole 9 yards in reference to their actions and how they violate their corporate compliance. Once you get them on that, then you move forward and see if they violated any federal, state, or local laws, and then you move on from there in the whole 9 yards. And that includes your representative, your union representative in the whole 9 yards. You get them all. You hold them all accountable to their actions. Because basically, they're holding you accountable to their actions, right? It is what it is. Let me use what somebody else uses. Tony Herbert used. Here endeth the lesson. Y'all take care, and I'm out.